Hi guys, and welcome back. Okay, so we're going to be continuing with Alan Wake. Now, it's been a while since I did the second episode, so forgive me if I'm a bit rusty on the controls. But we've done the first two episodes, I believe, of this. So let's get started with the third, shall we?
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Got a bit of a limp there, doesn't he? And that's the island, obviously, that we stayed on when we first arrived and your wife went missing off that balcony.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag. Comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Okay.
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
Oh my gosh, she's standing right there.
Welcome to... Oh dear. Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my
Actually,
manuscript?
Bit weird.
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Hey, this is really good.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al. Al, what's... Oh...
Oh, she drunk the coffee.
Barry! What? What?
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
She drugged me and put me in a bedroom.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
Why does it keep switching to the
I can't tell
other
reality
side?
from dream
There you
anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Okay.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Rose is still on the floor here.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. Have a nice day.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste. Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
Okay, get to car.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, Pat, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I am the way you are, but, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know, I just...
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had argument with Danny, Danny, and, then I got in trouble with the law, and, I'm just,
I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah, well, he's, Danny's my best friend, and, they let me out on bail today, and now I'm just alone here at the window, waiting, man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. Something's gonna happen. I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
How can I reach
Keep an eye out for any more pages.
Oh, you're gonna get it now. God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Spillane!
Oh, the commander's gonna shoot the other guy.
What are you? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
That's kind of what I was like. I was like, you know.
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wake. Come on. Take it easy on him. Get away. Move it, move it, move it. Let him get away.
Could really use like a stamina bar or something.
Stop running. Freeze. Keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh, damn.
I'm just thinking, am I supposed to be like hiding or something at the same time? But it's like, it's still pointing me this way. It hasn't told me, you know, hide from the beast. It says escape. So, escape, go to the left. It's...
He's gone. Come on, guys. We need to head him off.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Okay. So what, we woke it up by coming in? Okay, well if they think I did that, that's just fucking mental. Why does it keep switching to the other bloody view? If I wanted to view over the other shoulder, I'd have it viewed over the other shoulder.
Search the area. Stay sharp. This way. Over here.
Ah, this thing's taking out the police left and right.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Yeah.
He's the guy we're chasing. If it's not him, who then? Bigfoot? Over.
I don't know yet, but I'm not in the habit of jumping to conclusions. That tends to come back and bite you in the ass. Out.
Yeah. She sounds smarter than the FBI guy. How exactly does he think I'm fucking wrecking over these cars and shit? Ah.
There's nowhere to run. Freeze!
Oh no! Yeah, do I go up? Or... Ooh. Okay, is there anything else I should be seeing here? No.
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, what are you... Come on!
Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whip with a load of scotch about him, you know what I mean. Over.
Great, I'm being traced by a drunk.
Anything on that, Deputy Mulligan? Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh, yeah, I'll bet. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine. Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light. There was no power to the searchlight.
No power so far. Not sure why I'm going around this thing. Come on, right, I just saw the green light in there. Come on. Ugh, again? Right, he's got a flashlight back. Probably means they're going to be facing enemies soon though. You watch, they'll give me a gun next.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang heads. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Team 1, come in. Over.
Not sure they're the ideal weapon, but okay.
Over.
Ah. Okay. Burst of light, somehow. If I get you. Get what you mean. Technically right, but no. Whatever. Let's be careful, I've only got a limited amount of those. Oh, there's a light over here.
You're on KBF-FM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
I forgot how to dodge. I forgot how to dodge. Yeah, how do you dodge again? Oh! Waste fucking flashbang there. Hang on a second. I just need to get back on my controls. Controller. So look, on foot. So sprint, dodge. Oh, so I just tap it, do I? Something like that? Okay, maybe. We'll see. Ah, killed him in one shot this time. Bit annoying for the first time, but okay. Maybe when it hits them it like goes off quicker. Am I now heading towards the police or something? Or maybe, yeah, no, okay, just one of their cars. You got that.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Oh, why, hello, Lorna. What do you have for us? Well,
let the trash sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna. Oh, here's a little surprise. The
Oh, damn it.
Alan Wake just walked in, folks. I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
He's literally just told the police where I am.
Come on in, Mr. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
How'd they get here so fast? Come on.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Everyone calm down.
Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Judas Priest!
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
What is the hell is the matter with that guy? Seriously. Am I running again?
Even if it kills me, you hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
So I've got a revolver ammo and shotgun ammo at the same time, but no shotgun. Great.
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Yes. That is probably it. The darkness controls the Taken. Shotgun. Two for the price of one. Nice. Oh, as far as I could have used these, couldn't I? Ooh.
Sarah
missed
trusted
one.
her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
I don't think I'd like him either then.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan, I'm so afraid. Keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
Sounded more like a recording, like bits and pieces
The pipe
put
wrenched
together.
itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, It floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
Well, that sounds ominous.
I could see a railway bridge up ahead and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
Follow. Oh. Thought I was about to jump off the bloody side then. Oh.
That was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Damn. Fucking hell, I'm gonna die. Get to some light.
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
Ah. Oh, that seems unfair.
House of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there. That was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Yeah, we already read that one. Hopefully nothing hits me this time.
As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Heavy duty flashlight. Okay. I like it.
Did you call 911?
Oh, damn. In the light, you can hurt them. Oh, yeah.
We take the facts of our existence for granted, unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a family occasion. Journalist Alvin Derleth's trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful. Until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Derleth, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition, but you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Could I really?
Of course, Mr. Derleth.
Well, I guess that's the least What would I have to do?
Oh, here. Let me show you with a kiss.
What did you add?
What is this, Alien?
Well, please, Nixie Perka, the dweller in flesh. Your body shall host his 1,000 young, and all shall be glory. Shh, darling, be calm. Shh.
Alvin Derleth learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking for mythology, it may come looking for you. And such quests always bear fruit. Nights.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
Once again, sounds like it's going to be fun. Is the entire thing... heavy metal. Survive the bulldozer. Nice. Okay, first of all, let's get the ones out of this. Oh. Never had that before? Okay. Item limit reach, but more batteries is fine. Oh, maybe it's just the ammo limit. Should get rid of all these fucking flasks I'm picking up. Use. Oh, hang on. First of all, let's just. Ooh, there we go. Stand in the light.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine.
I'd say he's not sleeping through all this, but he's been like drugged and knocked out, hasn't he? Suppose he's sleeping at those points.
Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Actually, can I drive? Are you there? Oh, hang on. I'm glitching out. I can't drive there, can I? Oh, I can drive, yeah. I was going to say, why have I got out of the car then? If I can drive to it, why did you get out of the car?
Without realizing it, I'd come to believe that the story in the manuscript was coming true. The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the dark presence was trying to destroy me. It all felt real, but it matched a textbook case of insanity.
Well, insanity's a bit of a tricky one, I think. Okay. Well, maybe can I drive around that way, actually? Hey? Take the car off road? Yeah, no, insanity's tricky. If you can question if you're insane, then you're probably not, but... I think, can I drive anywhere? Oh. There we go. Tell this was not made to be a driving game. Not that I'm particularly good at driving games, they're not really my thing. Not much story to most of them, except for what was it, Need for Speed Carbon? Loved that game when I was a kid. Challenging all the different areas and getting the boss's car at the end, yeah, loved it. I wish they'd remaster that, to be honest.
I was early.
Here we go.
I
Yeah.
was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
Okay.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Wake!
Where the hell are you?
Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked
You
around by
want
you.
to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello! Ah! I'm gonna kill him!
I had to get to Mirror Peak.
Okay, which way is Mirror Peak? Ow.
It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
I hope this is the right way. Okay. Oh, I missed so many
When
pages.
Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
Oh, hang on. But it's a lot of revolver ammo. I'm suspicious as to why it seems to think I need so much. Ah, man. Stop throwing your fucking weapon at me.
The hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
Yes. Electrocution bad.
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the Dark Presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
Thing is definitely
There was no way
stronger.
the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
Random bits of darkness everywhere. Oh. Okay, bits that can harm me. Got it. page.
I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
Why would I want to kill the federal agent, the FBI? I don't get... Unless he's going to die and we've literally just like written it down. Looks like a thermos flask up there if we wanted to go and collect it. Like I said, I'm not going for like all the collectibles. I'm going for the ones I see. If they're not out of my way. That one's a bit out of my way, so I'm not going for it. Sorry.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Sure. Ooh, better shotgun, yeah. No? No? Okay.
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
The graveyard shift may cause cancer.
No, right, if you're not going to face me, I'll just run ahead of you.
Down. Had been for decades, maybe a century. Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction. I had lost count of the times I had wished there'd be a clear reason for my writer's block. Something to fight, something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books. Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded determination, never wavering from his goal. Even now, I was angry at myself, angry at Alice, angry at Barry. I was fumbling and I had no plan.
here. Stop 20 inanimate objects. Nice. Okay, can I get through it? Oh, definitely can't go around that way. Iron horse. Encounter a steam engine. Okay.
Anything outside of riding is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
Do I want to switch for the hunting right now? I'd rather keep shotgun, to be honest.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
Birds.
Yes. Yeah? Why do you say my name? Bit creepy.
behind the closed doors and curtains of his grimy room at the Majestic, the local motel, Nightingale could feel the locals' eyes on him, the unrelenting pressure of their judgment. He forced it out of his mind. For all he knew, they could all be under Wake's spell already. You do what you have to do to get the job done. He took comfort from the bottle in his hand. Please, he thought, just let me get through this.
Damn good cup of coffee.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Ah! Should have jumped.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
No way up for me here, is there? Okay, so maybe down a bit. Ah, yeah. Okay, across that way first. Got it. Now we climb down, move the thing up, and we can climb back up here. Yeah, got it. Yeah, that should be enough. I've reached the peak. Is it time to get up or down? Down? Is that where you're trying to go? Down? Okay. Thought I was trying to get up, but okay. Damn birds. Keep an eye out on the sky. Flop around. No, go down where they go. Come on. I gotta say, at least if you're in this kind of thing and you know for a certain that whatever you've written is going to come true,
shit,
then at least you know if you've read into the future, you live. What you got to be scared of then? No matter what happens, you're gonna be in the next chapter. So when you stop appearing, that's that's when you panic. I was about to say, don't tell me I was going to get on another one of them. No, just a really old bridge. Which I should not run on, as it's not letting me, so... Well. Great. Come after me then. Well, you got me for a minute there, didn't you? Page. We like the pages.
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the Wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
Could have just climbed it. Do I need to go up there? No, I don't think so, do I? No. Around here. I'll get through there. Maybe I do have to go through the building. If I can. Is there a door in it? Okay, there's no door there. Door here? Oh, okay, yeah. Weird part. You talk to me on the TV, Tom. What do you... Okay. Crazy writing. Come at me. So big. Anyone left? No. Okay. Right, I'm assuming there's got to be a way out of here now. Or do I have to go back up the stairs?
I could see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat.
Maybe someone was diving.
I was close now. I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly. He smiled. It was a reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find.
So like he gets put in a insane asylum.
Hey, I'm here! I'm coming!
No! Get away!
Please, lady. The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear I didn't know. We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. She's
I can so see this entire thing as him being crazy, but you know, I need them to get to that point where he's just sort of like, you know, yeah, by the way, he was just crazy the entire time. Watched his wife die and, you know, lost his mind. Right. Oh, is that the episode done? Okay.
Previously on Alan.
No. We won't be continuing yet. Met the kidnapper. Okay. Right. So yeah, I hope you're all enjoying. Please like and subscribe to the channel. You want to keep seeing more. I'll be back with episode 4 another date now. Like I said, I mean, I'm really curious as to where exactly this is all going. I have absolutely no idea, you know, where it's going. So the next one's called The Truth, so maybe that's where we get to find out, hopefully, from the title. You'd think so, but yeah, no, please like, subscribe, and keep seeing more. And like I said, I'll be back with more, not tomorrow, I've got something on tomorrow, but